that sticks with you long after the credits roll. And don't worry, I'm not going to spoil a single thing. I'll keep the surprises intact so you can experience them fresh. Let's jump in and explore every nook and cranny of this cinematic powerhouse, from its origins to its lasting impact, all while building the case for why you absolutely need to watch it right now. First off, picture this. A film that came out at the tail end of the 90s, capturing the era's angst and rebellion like nothing else. Fight Club was directed by the masterful David Fincher, a guy who's got a knack for crafting dark, twisty stories that mess with your head in the best way. You might know him from thrillers like C7 or The Game, but Fight Club takes his style to another level. Visually stunning, psychologically gripping, and packed with social commentary that feels eerily relevant even today. Fincher's direction is all about precision. He layers every scene with meaning, using shadows, quick cuts, and innovative camera work to pull you into the chaos. If you're a fan of directors who treat filmmaking like an art form, this is your invitation to see Fincher at his boldest. The story springs from a novel by Chuck Palahniuk, published in 1996. Palahniuk, an author known for his raw, satirical takes on modern life, wrote Fight Club as his debut novel, drawing from his own experiences in underground fight scenes and his frustrations with consumer culture. The book was an underground hit itself, gaining a cult following before Hollywood scooped it up. Screenwriter Jim Uhls adapted it for the big screen, staying true to the book's spirit while amplifying its cinematic potential. Uhls, who was relatively new to feature films at the time, nailed the dialogue, sharp, witty, and quotable without feeling forced. It's the kind of script that makes you pause and rewind just to catch every line. Now let's talk cast because, wow, this ensemble is stacked. Leading the charge is Edward Norton as the unnamed narrator, an everyman office drone who's battling insomnia and a soul-crushing routine. Norton's performance is electric. He brings this quiet intensity that draws you in, making you root for his journey of self-discovery. Then there's Brad Pitt as Tyler Durden, the enigmatic soap salesman who bursts into the narrator's life like a whirlwind. Pitt is magnetic here, charismatic, unpredictable, and oozing that star power that makes Tyler impossible to ignore. Helena Bonham Carter rounds out the core trio as Marla Singer, a chain-smoking, cynical woman who's as complex as she is compelling. Carter's portrayal adds this layer of dark humor and vulnerability that's just perfect. Supporting roles shine too. Meatloaf as Robert Bob Paulson, a gentle giant with a heartbreaking backstory. Jared Leto as Angelface, bringing youthful energy, and Ion Bailey as Ricky, among others. Even smaller parts, like Zach Grenier as the narrator's boss or Holt McCallany as a mechanic, feel fully fleshed out. The chemistry between Norton and Pitt is off the charts. They bounce off each other in ways that make every scene crackle with tension and bromance vibes. Behind the camera, the production team was a dream squad. Producers included Art Linson, Cian Chaffin, who's Fincher's longtime collaborator and wife, and Ross Grayson Bell. They worked under 20th Century Fox, with Regency Enterprises also involved. The budget clocked in at around $63 million, which was substantial for the time, especially for a film that pushed boundaries. A big chunk went into practical effects, set designs, and those gritty fight sequences that look so real you can almost feel the punches. Filming took place mostly in Los Angeles, California, over about 138 days starting in July 1998. They transformed everyday locations into something surreal. Think abandoned warehouses, dingy apartments, and corporate offices that scream soulless modernity. One fun tidbit: the iconic Paper Street house where a lot of action unfolds was built on a soundstage, complete with leaking roofs and crumbling walls to amp up the atmosphere. Cinematographer Jeff Cronenweth, son of the legendary Jordan Cronenweth, handled the visuals, giving the film this desaturated, gritty look that's become Fincher's signature. He used a mix of 35mm film and innovative techniques like subliminal inserts,